we did a show together in ABS for Star Studio Presents.
It was a live triangle kind of thing, but there's a twist to it.
I was blind.
She was blind.
And
Okay.
I was hunchbacked.
Leandro was courting me through love letters. Pero
The love letters were written by me.
him. The taping, sabi niya, he offered to take me home.
Okay.
So after that, tuloy-tuloy na yun. Every day he would take me to my taping.
And then we started working, and then that's, I guess, where we hit it off.
Well, it all happened so fast, believe it or not. After a week.
Yeah, we just naging
started-
consistent na lang.
Yeah.
We just kept on seeing each other. I would take her dinner sometimes. In
We
the
would
set.
always go out to dinner,
Yeah.
and
I wasn't interested with anything else but the relationship.
Enid and Carlo Munoz, thank you so much for joining us today for our Valentine's Day special here on So Jannelle. We have a segment called So Together, where we talk about couples and we talk about their love story. So I know you guys are very busy, so thank you for
Nako.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Enid, how old were you then? Are you guys the same age?
So he's 2 years
Oh, okay.
older than I am. So
Right.
that was 2002. I was 22.
Yeah.
For people so young, you seem so sure of each other to the point
You know
that
what? He asked me to move in with him only 4 months into a relationship. So we
Wait,
started
so
dating November of 2002, and then we moved in together, and then we came here November 2003, and then we got married February 2004. Actually, Valentine's Day. We got married on Valentine's.
oh, happy anniversary. It's coming up. No, so okay, for somebody at that age, and you guys were so young and you seem pretty sure about each other, being together, right? But Enid, you moved here to be with him.
Yes.
That was pretty bold for you as well, right? Because I'm assuming that your family, huh?
I was in love.
I'm assuming that your family. I'm assuming that your family was in the Philippines and you left.
Well, yeah, my mom actually was working abroad. My dad was in the Philippines, but of course I asked permission. Like, can I go with him and start a new life in the States with him? So
Right.
they were okay with it.
But at the same time, you guys were like celebrities in the Philippines. You also were willing to turn your back on that. Especially you, Carlo. You were at the height, no, of the Billy campaign.
Hello, Billy. Uy, Joey! Panay yung tawag mo ah.
Some teleseries, acting gigs like that. So, yeah, why did you move and why did you choose kind of like?
It was a collection of different things that were happening in my life nung time na yun. First, of course, our dad passed away in 2003, March 2003. So kami ni Leandro, we decided, you know what, let's take a break. Let's go to the States and see, be away from the industry for a bit.
Right.
And have that time for ourselves. When we came here, yun nakita namin the lifestyle was completely different. Your private life was your private life, and we met a few producers. So we thought, and then they were willing. Hey, let's do a show. May mga tinatapon silang ideas that let's do shows and let's do this. May mga prospects of doing the same thing here in the States.
Mhm.
So that's when Leandro and I made the decision, why don't we give it a try? So that's when we made the decision. And I shared it with Enid. And then that's when she also decided, I want to go with you. Then dun ako nalaglag. Lalo.
So if you were to go back and change something or anything, what would it be?
I don't think
I wouldn't change
I
anything.
wouldn't change anything because that's what made our
Yeah.
relationship stronger.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As individuals and
Like
as
we
as
went
couple,
through a lot of
Yeah.
things together.
yeah. But everything that we went through, we're here now where we are, and
Yeah.
what else? What more can or where else can we go? I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the life that we made.
Yeah.
Sweet naman nun.
2004, so 17 years on the 14th.
Years and 3 sons later, para lang kayong nagliligawan pa din. What made you decide that he's the one and she's the one?
When we moved here, we didn't have any family, so it was really just us.
Mhm.
So I guess
That kind of helped. It wasn't an easy relationship.
we did everything
You know.
together.
So I think knowing that she's there for you,
We're there for each other.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Mhm.
If you're willing to work through the rocky road with that person, same person, then it shouldn't be a problem.
What would be the most difficult time of the 17 years?
Maybe a lot of immigrants would think it's the only first year or two. No, it's the first maybe 4 or 5 years, because there's a stage of getting to know what you want to do, what you can do, what you're
Mhm.
able to do as far as a career. That's one, and also as a relationship. It's you're in a foreign country,
Mhm.
and the idea that you're gonna be in that country for the rest of your life. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Is this gonna be my life? Does it get better than this? Yung transition na from being in the Philippines, which is totally different lifestyle, to here, you're all alone.
Yeah,
Yun ang pinaka toughest.
we had to do everything on our own, like
Mhm.
laundry, laba, cooking, cleaning, like everything talaga. Yeah, I think that was the hardest. Plus the 3 boys, so chores and the boys.
And that's also another stressor for relationships, for marriage, is parenting. Because especially for moms, it takes us away from our husbands.
Well, I'm hands-on, but he's also very hands-on. So we help each other out. We do things together. Like say when he's not working, he just doesn't let me do everything on my own. Like he helps me change diapers, he helps me feed the boys.
I don't mind her spending most of her time with him or her. Him.
Him lang, walang her.
Apat pala sila, him.
Wala tayong girl.
I know.
Gusto niya ng girl pa.
During this time of pandemic, a lot of couples have been getting on each other's nerves. In fact, I also have, and I know this for a fact, I also have like family friends who are family lawyers, and they're saying that they're so busy processing divorces and separations because you're at home, you're working from home together. But Carlo, you are a frontliner, so you're not working from home.
I'm not. And you see that the effects of the pandemic too. Most of my patients are in behavioral spectrum. So there's an increase also on mental health issues,
Right.
because of the pandemic. I see that a lot. I'm faced with it every single day. So and there sometimes yung being cooped up inside the house together. Sometimes pag uwi ko, narinig ko nag-aaway sila lahat. Oh my God, do I want to get inside the house? Maybe I'll go back outside.
You may mean Enid and the kids. You don't want to be involved.
It's so hard spending all day with 3 other kids who are also fighting with each other almost every day.
Yeah.
And they're also going through their own mental health adjustments because of
tough for
not
them.
seeing their friends, right? Right.
They can't be with their friends.
Yeah, puberty is supposed to be spent in most of it in school, but now they don't have that. They have it here with their moms. I mean, their
Moms.
Their moms.
Isa lang. Kanina ka pa, ha?
Kanina pa ako.
You have a baby girl. Meron ka pa ba isang wife that
So, yun ang revelation of this interview. So, how do you fight fair and how do you make peace with each other?
Questions for
Siya
you.
pag, when he's mad, he texts me a lot. As in, ang haba niyan. And
But she knows
And then, yeah,
not to answer.
I just ignore. And then, but
right,
yeah, we talk about it. Pag ano na, we both cool down. And we just laugh about it. Kunyari in the morning, because he always kisses me good morning. Siya parati nauuna. So, the morning after the fight, mag-aano yan, he's just gonna parang bebeso lang. Hindi niya alam, he's gonna give me a kiss or bebeso lang na parang
Nakaganon lang
magpapatawa.
siya.
right.
But it's a funny thing. I'm gonna say this, but it's a funny thing. Nag-improve na yung fights namin. In the sense na dati yung fights namin would last for days. But now, kunyari, we argue about something, magsisigawan kami, and then 10 minutes later,
You're
kita mo tong
okay.
message na to. Okay na. Without saying sorry, without
Kasi,
saying,
I know.
without making up,
And
yung,
it's
okay,
hard.
tapos na,
I
parang it's
know.
understood.
It's really hard
Okay.
to stay mad kasi parang wala siya lang naman parati kong kausap. So,
And it's such an effort to be mad.
It
I
is.
know.
Stay mad.
It is harder. It is harder to stay mad, actually, right? But that brings me to my next question. You mentioned it earlier, Carlo. Kunwari you fight about something. What is that something? What do you guys fight about?
Little things.
I don't even know.
I swear to God.
Different point of views most of the time.
What do we fight
Yung,
about?
hindi, mali yan. Dapat ganito approach, something like that. And then it's
I know we don't
it's the
always
smallest
agree.
things.
I know it's really just the smallest thing.
What are your top 3 tips for boyfriends to, how take care of their girlfriend, to make sure that, actually to seal the deal?
Number 1 is no matter how right you think you are, you're always wrong. She's always right.
That's
And the
right.
sooner you accept that, then the more peace you'll have. Ask yourself at the end of the day, are you able to live without her? If your answer is no, then why bother go the distance ng fight, ng argument? Kung gano'n rin naman ang sagot mo. Maybe last one, make an effort to know her friends and her interests. Make that effort. Because I think all of your friends are my friends
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
I think some of her friends' husbands, close friends ko na rin ngayon. So
Yeah, group.
if you keep that circle alive and you make an effort, then I think they'll appreciate that, right?
Right. What about you? Ang sweet yun. Parang nilalagdag ng konti yung laptop. Okay. Where do you plan to take this? Are you planning? I can see that you're wanting to stay forever, and you probably will. But are you planning to stay here? Are you thinking of moving back? What are your plans?
That's
I
what
don't
we
know.
want to. Kaya lang, you'll never know. Future, you'll never know where you're gonna end up. One thing we always look forward to is that, what are we gonna do when we're retired? Are we gonna travel the world? Stuff like that.
I think we'll just stay
Yeah.
here and then travel.
But travel,
Yeah.
we don't know yet. The plan is to stay, but you'll never know.
Right. What about the showbiz career? Are you still thinking of going back?
That's a great question.
Would you still want to?
Maybe.
That's a
yeah.
great question because in 2017, umuwi kami, nag-Philippines kami. And
They were asking him to stay.
I appeared in a TV in abs-cbn kay Boy Abunda show.
Yeah.
And right after that episode aired, I started getting calls from everyone, from managers, from producers, from my cousin who's already a director in ABS. And everyone was trying to convince me to stay. Sabi, at least kahit 6 months.
Every 6 months.
Right.
Like 6 months there and then go back to the States, back and forth. And
Right.
they were trying to sell me. You look at Ian Venerson, he's like the perfect middle-aged guy who has projects everywhere. It was attractive, and to me, you know what, that might be feasible. And we were actually talking to the kids already. Sabi namin, do you think you can see yourselves living here? And then we were considering there's an international school there. Maybe they can go in there.
Right.
But then we kind of took a step back and said, you know what are they gonna miss when if we move there? And then there was just too many stuff that there we realized
And you can't leave
friends,
your work,
schools,
too.
my work that's here, that's a big responsibility. So we kind of decide against it. But
Yeah.
now that you asked, my cousin who's a director, he told me maybe when your kids are old enough, they're
Yeah.
done with school or they're working already. Maybe that's something you
That they
can
can,
do in the future. And if it's in place, if it's available, maybe.
You're open to that.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah, I'm sure that will be a welcome thing for the Filipinos as well. And you also, Enid, my gosh, like you, you look like you're in your 20s. So to wrap this all up, because we're talking about love, and again, thank you for being candid, no, giving us your candid answers about your relationship and all that. Yeah, because this is about love. What is now love? How do you define love based on the 17 years of, togetherness and your experience with each other? How do you define love now?
It's a big responsibility. When you're younger, love is defined with how you feel for.
Right.
As you grow older, it's not just what you feel; it's how you're gonna, what you can do to survive that relationship. It's a lot of work. It's a big responsibility.
Diba?
But it is true that love conquers all.
Mm.
I believe.
And
in
also
that.
trust
Yeah.
is very important too. Like we don't hide anything from each
Yeah.
other. We don't keep secrets. So I think
What would be your Valentine's plans? How are you celebrating this
I don't
year?
Is it on Sunday?
well we can
Just kidding.
Sunday na.
we'll probably just stay home. I don't know.
Maybe I'll cook for her.
You never know.
And Valentine message for each other?
Sorry.
Please don't spend too much. No, I meant don't spend too much time away from me.
Marunong bumawi.